All right, let's talk about marginal advantages in pickleball. It's a topic that we've been writing about and recently, and something that we've been using a long time in our coaching. And the idea of marginal advantages is to think about different shots, different strategies in your game in terms of the marginal advantage that they'll provide to you. So an easy example would be like, let's say like spinning the ball. Coach Tyson's here, checking out the conversation. So let's say you're talking about learning how to spin, right? If you can't hit, 10, 20 dinks in a row, there's no reason to add spin to it, because spin, yes, does have a marginal advantage over non-spin. And when I talk about spin here, I'm talking about extra spin, so really trying to get extra spin on the ball, because every shot you hit has spin anyway. But when you think about, I'm going to add spin to my game, you have to ask yourself, well, what's the marginal advantage of adding the spin versus the cost of trying to add that extra spin to your shot, which is in the form of additional chances for mistake, because you're adding additional variability into your shot. You're making the shot more complicated. And so, you can't just look at things like the spins and things, or let's say like the serve, where you take a serve and you say, I want to have like 32 different serves. What's the marginal advantage of having 32 different serves versus, for instance, having a better punch volley or a better block volley or a better idea of how to move on the serve side based on where the third shot's hit and the situation on the court? Those are going to give you a lot more value, a lot more marginal advantage, can be way higher for those types of things than they're going to be for like having, a 30-second kick out serve and a lob serve and spinning on your dinks and all that kind of stuff. So whenever you're trying to make a decision for yourself in your pickleball in terms of, should I start doing this? Should I add this to my game? Think about it in terms of the marginal advantage that it's going to provide to you. Also consider the cost of doing it, both direct costs. See you, Sammy. Both direct costs, such as the additional errors from adding extra spins, but also the indirect cost of taking time away from other shots. So like adding a 30-second serve at the cost, at the expense of not learning a better punch volley. So use marginal advantages and you'll make better decisions. I'll see you next time.